welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. We're off tonight to a little late start. My apologies. You're tuned in to Talk Time with Sharmin, and I'm your host, Sharmin Prince. Tonight we have a wonderful show for you. We'll have two guests that I'll be interviewing via telephone, two telephone interviews. One of them is Jeff Rassley. He will be our first interviewee or our first guest tonight. And then we have a 16-year-old that is going to share his story. His name is Trey Olds. I guess I'll call him around 7 o'clock, 6:45, and if your kids need some motivation, you can have them around the telephone because Trey is going to share his story. And Trey was born a premature child, and if any of you know of the effects of meningitis, Trey had meningitis, and he's 16 years old and have his own show. So tune in so you can actually listen to Trey. And first up, we would have Mr. Jeff Rashley, an author who has authored 8 books and practiced law for 30 years, but then decided that he wanted to move into the social services, and he has more to his story. So after those 2 interviews, we will get into our discussion for the night. Are you feeling stuck? And if you are stagnant, and if you are, what is keeping you anchored where you are? So that's our discussion tonight. That's the lineup for the show. Welcome to all the viewers on Facebook. Welcome on Facebook Live. Welcome to the listeners via the internet, and anyone that is tuning on the TuneIn app or the Vibes of Radio app. Welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. And I know that you're in for a treat tonight. Jeff, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, great. So, Jeff, welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. And you're actually live on Vibes Up Radio HD. And we're also recording it live we're live on Facebook. And I'd like to welcome you to Talk Time with Sharmin, and thank you for choosing to be our guest tonight. Hello? We lost him?
Sharmin, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, Jeff?
I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
Ooh. Okay, hang up. I'll call you back, Jeff. Okay, he's not hearing me. And there's a feedback also. Yeah. How far it's going. Let me ask him if he can.
Sharmin. Talk Time with Sharmin will air each and every Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. EST, right here on www.vibesupradio.hd.com.
Hello? Hello, Jeff, you there? Is he on? Why not give him the number and ask him to call? Ask him if he can call him. Jeff, are you there? Hello? Yeah, I'm hearing him, but it's low. Jeff, are you there? Yeah, he's pretty low. Yes, Jeff, are you here? I can hear you. Okay, you can hear me better now, Jeff?
I can hear you, but I hear static.
Okay. Well, I don't know where we're getting the static or the feedback from, but I can hear you clearly. I hope my listeners can hear you too. So welcome to Talk Time with, welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. Jeff?
Hi, Sharmin. I'm having trouble hearing you.
I'm hearing you clearly now. Are you hearing me?
That came through clearly.
Yes. So I guess it's better now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Perfect. So we were off to a rough start, but nevertheless we're here. Jeff, welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. You're live on Vibes Up Radio, and we're also live on Facebook. So welcome.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
You're so welcome. Jeff, can you introduce your...
I'm a retired lawyer, a writer, and an educator.
Excellent, excellent. So, Jeff, I'm excited, and I know my listeners are excited too, because I shared a brief synopsis of your story. And so we're all excited to hear, after 30 years of law practice, you decided to change careers and enter the non-for-profit world.
That's true. That's true.
What motivated that change?
Sorry, Sharmin, you broke up there again. What did you say?
What motivated the change?
What's the most significant change I've experienced? Is that what you asked?
What motivated the change from law practice into the nonprofit sector?
Freedom. Well, when you're a lawyer, first of all, your time is very expensive to your clients, so you need to use it very wisely, and then you're always subject to whatever the courts decide in terms of scheduling. So since retiring from the law, it's been great having a much more flexible schedule.
Okay. And I know that it's freedom. You said it's freedom, leaving your law practice and moving into nonprofit. But why nonprofit, and what kind of nonprofit did you move into?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the main nonprofit work that I've done is with a foundation that I started back in 2007, so 10 years ago, which is working with a little village in a remote area of the Nepal Himalayas. And that got started because I had used a lot of the men from that village in a trekking and mountaineering team. And so the head of the village, a guy named Niru Rai, and I became friends because he was the one who owns a trekking company and was in charge of organizing the porters and guide and cook for our climbing team. And I became good friends with him, and he told me that his village had a school with only 3 grades, and they wanted to add a 4th and a 5th grade, and told me that if I could raise $5,000 to help with that school, he could donate the land and we could add 2 classrooms to the school, so they would have 5 grades instead of just 3, which for $5,000, that sounded like a heck of a great deal, because that would supply all the materials to add on to the school, and it would pay 2 teachers' salaries for 3 years.
Wow.
So myself and some of my friends who'd been over to Nepal group of us trekked to Bassa Village to visit it. Had a really amazing, incredible experience there. And so since then, Niru and I turned our work into actual sister foundations, with him in charge of the one in Nepal and me in charge of the one here in the U.S. And since then, we've done a lot of other projects like clean water and electricity and computers. And then the village had to be rebuilt because it was hit by earthquakes in 2015. So, but the village has become a model for what we call culturally sensitive development for that area in Nepal. And so other villages have been looking to us on how they can work with donors, but to maintain their own local culture and control over the projects that we do with them. So, long answer to your short question.
But Jeff, that's a lot of work you've done in 10 years. Another fascinating, and congratulations on that, another fascinating part of your story is your experiences with midlife crisis. You care to share that with us?
Okay, sorry, but I couldn't hear part of your question.
Can you share your midlife crisis with us?
Oh, you sure you want to hear that? Well, I turned 40, and I had a wonderful life. My wife and I had a successful marriage. Our kids were in grade school. I had a successful law practice. I had a convertible sports car and a Harley motorcycle, and was, living the American dream. My wife and I had worked hard to build the life we had, and my law firm, we all worked hard to create a successful business, but it just seemed like, somehow that wasn't enough. And, it's kind of hard to understand why that seems like it wasn't enough. But I found myself getting sort of grumpy, and also I felt stressed and pressured. A lot of work. I was very active with my kids. I coached a lot of their sports teams. I was active with the parent-teacher organization. I was also on a couple nonprofit boards even back then. So I was kind of living too much, and it was beginning to get to me. And so I was manifesting these midlife crisis symptoms, and one day I came home from the office, and my wife slapped a brochure down in front of me on the table and said, "Why don't you go do this?" And it was a brochure about hiking in the Himalayas. So what she had diagnosed was that I needed to just get away, to take a break from all the stress and pressure, and do something which had always been a love of mine, which was adventure travel, but which for a few years I hadn't had the time to do. So I did. So a friend and I went over, and we signed on with a adventure travel trekking group, and we hiked the base camp trail to Mount Everest, and I fell in love with Himalayan mountains, which here in Indiana, we don't have mountains. And I also really came to admire the culture of the people that live up in the mountains. Sir Edmund Hillary described them as the strongest and the kindest people
When I read that, I found it fascinating that that would have been your choice or your wife's choice for you. So thank you for sharing your midlife crisis with us.
I've lost you. I can just barely hear your voice, but I couldn't understand what you said.
I said thank you for sharing your midlife crisis with us.
Could you repeat that? I did catch part of that.
I said thank you for sharing your midlife crisis with us.
Oh, well, you're welcome, and I can thankfully say that mine is over, and I don't wish it on anybody else, but it actually turned out to be a very positive experience in terms of motivating me to see another part of the world and get involved with a completely different culture than my own.
Jeff, I know you had a near-death experience. I think it's after your 4th trip.
Yeah. Well, what happened was several years after the first time I went to Nepal, I was on a mountain climbing expedition, and there was an avalanche as we were actually hiking out away from the mountain, and just above us, 3 Nepalese porters were killed. They were just overwhelmed in the avalanche. They literally disappeared. And my climbing team, we were okay. We had to run and then take shelter, but none of us were hurt in the avalanche. But we were cut off from our porters who were behind us. And so our guide heroically went back by himself and made his way back to across the avalanche field to find the porters. One of them was suffering from hypothermia, and he'd lost his coat and ended up having to be carried out. But the climbing team, we made it out of there within hiking all day and getting in after dark to the closest village. But our guide, whose name was Seth, and our porters, it took them 2 days to get to safety, and the reason is because there were 3 streams that they had to cross, and by the time they got to the 3rd stream, it had turned into a rushing river, and it was neck high, and they couldn't get across. They ended up having to sleep out in the open, soaking wet, anyway, and we were waiting for them and worried that they did make it back to the village, and they were all okay. So it was a harrowing experience. It made me think about not going back to the Himalayas. So in fact, for a couple of years, instead of doing mountaineering expeditions, I went on solo kayaking expeditions out in the Pacific Ocean, and had another amazing experience because I got lost one night out on a kayak by myself, and but I made it back from that too. So, and I've also been in a couple motorcycle wrecks, which were near-death experiences too. But somehow I keep surviving. So here I am, still talking to you.
Yes. Tell us about the books that you authored.
Sorry, Sharmin, that you broke up again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know you're an author. Can you tell us about the books you've written?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've actually written a total of 9 books, and 3 of them are about my experiences in Nepal. 2 of those focus on how I came to develop this relationship with Bassa Village, and the other one is an anthology of articles that I wrote over the years about adventures and interesting people I met in the Himalayas. And then the other books are just a variety. There's a couple historical novels. One is based on a case I had as a lawyer, which was it was an amazing case that ended up going up to the Supreme Court, and somehow I unfairly lost at every stage, but I was convinced that my client had been treated unjustly by local politicians and developers, and so we kept trying to fight, but anyway, justice wasn't done in his case, but it inspired me to write a novel based on his case, and how this really wonderful, inspiring African-American minister wanted to build a church and a youth center and a community center in the inner city of Indianapolis, and how when he was on the verge of realizing his dream, certain political and economic powers managed to take that away from him. So you can still hear a little bit of bitterness in my voice over that, but I was able to resolve some of that by writing about it. And anyway, so I've been lucky enough that I don't have to depend on writing to make a living. So I've written books and articles about whatever moved me at the moment.
Thank you. What's the name of that book, and if our listeners would like to read that book, can they get it?
The name of that book is False Prophet, and it's in the category of legal thrillers.
Is it available on Amazon?
Yeah, all of the books are available on Amazon, and so if you just would put in my name, you can find my author page, which lists all the books. But yeah, they should all be, they are all available on Amazon, and they can be ordered through any bookstore.
Okay. Is there anything you want to leave with us, Jeff?
Well, thank you. And I did want to say that your show is a wonderful service. I'm not the typical survivor that appears on your show, but for people who have survived any kind of trauma and who find their way out of it and can, establish a new positive course in life and can take something inspiring and motivational from the trouble that they lived through, that's a great thing. And so I want to thank you for what you do, and thank you for having me on the show. If anybody wants to contact me, I have a website, which is my full name, Jeffrey, Jeffrey, Rasley, Rasley.com. I'm always delighted to hear from people and hope we'll stay in touch.
Thank you so much, and I hope that this would not be your last appearance on our show.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're breaking up again. I'm so sorry. We've had
That's
trouble,
okay.
But
I said I hope this would not be your last appearance on the show.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope not too, and I hope the next time we'll have a better connection.
Yes, I'm sure we would. And
Okay, well, you take care, Sharmin.
okay, thank you so much, Jeff.
All right, bye now.
Bye-bye. That was Jeffrey Rafley, and that's JEFFERY and his name.com. You can contact him via his website, jeffrey.rafley.com. You're tuned in to Talk Time with Sharmin, and this is your host, Sharmin Prince, and I want to give kudos to Boss Lady, because in the beginning we didn't have a DJ, and Boss Lady was the DJ in the beginning. Stone just came in, and Stone took over, but Boss Lady was on the turntable.
No, she was selecting the song.
Yeah, she was still doing it. So, yes, girls power. Thank you, Boss Lady. She was like, don't worry.
She got it.
Don't worry. I'm like, you're so optimistic. She's like, don't worry. And she just pulled a stool and we went right in. So thank you. So Stone, and of course again, thank you for always coming to my rescue.
I'm here for that.
Now we have one other caller, one other interview. A 16-year-old. He just texted me and said, I know who you are. I saw your videos and I've been talking to you all day. I didn't even realize that you were the person that I see in those videos. So I'm going to have him call in now. His name is Trey Olds. He's 16 years old. And I'm going to let Trey tell his story. Trey has his own radio show.
He does?
Yes, 60 years old.
Wow.
But Trey has a story.
To tell.
Yes. Even though he's just 16. Trey was born a preemie. Had medical problems, meningitis, and he survived. Welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin.
You gotta turn it really good. Tell him to turn it really good.
Can you turn down your whatever device you're on? We're getting a lot of static.
A lot of feedback.
Hello? Trey?
Hello?
Hello? You're live.
Can you speak up? It's hard to hear you.
Okay, Trey, can you hear me now? I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. And I am excited to have you as my guest. And my listeners, I'm sure, are also excited. And first, before you start, I want to compliment you on your bravery.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So introduce yourself to the listeners.
Okay, well, my name is Trey Olds. I'm 16 years old. I live in America, and I have my own radio show, but it took a lot of courage because the story I'm about to tell you will explain all that.
Okay, Trey. And where in America do you live? Trey, what state do you live in?
It's hard to hear you again. Can you speak up?
What state do you live in?
I live in Mississippi, United States of America.
Okay, Trey. Well, go ahead and just tell us your story because we are sitting on the edge of our seats.
Okay, my story begins, well, first of all, I was born premature as a baby, a premature baby. I was supposed to be born in September, but I was born in early August, and I stayed in the hospital for about 30 days, something like that. And after that, I was good. I was a healthy little baby, but not even before I was a month old, I caught bacterial meningitis, which is a deadly disease.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was deadly. My mom rushed me to the hospital, and it was very terrifying because my mom had friends who had meningitis, and there are different types of meningitis. You could get pneumococcal or viral, but bacterial meningitis is deadly. You can, lose your life, or other cases you can live, but you would have an amputated limb. But, in my case, I stayed in the hospital for, I think, almost to a month because I was sick. My mom noticed, we didn't know what I had at first, but I had spots on my body, like hives or whatever, big bumps, and I had a high fever, and so my mom rushed me to the hospital, and they didn't know what was wrong, and at first we couldn't give any help, but God bless the doctor that came along. He was about to go off his shift. His name was Dr. Stanley, and he was about to get off his shift, and he noticed me all fevered up and with these spots, and he said, we're going to have to put him in emergency room immediately. And my mom was worried and didn't know what we had, and she needed she wanted to call my father and my family, and she couldn't get out of the emergency room because, it could be contagious. They said, no, we'll bring you a phone, and it got bad over the night, and and somehow God, I just have to say God was on my side because I could have died, and the doctor saved me, and, it stayed in the hospital for like a month, just to keep me stabilized, and everything worked out, I believe, because of God, and I praise God, today. If it wasn't for God, I believe I would not be talking to you today.
I agree. How old were you when you got meningitis?
Can you repeat that? I'm getting some static from you, and it's hard to hear you.
How old were you?
How what?
How old were you when you had the meningitis?
I was not even a month old. I was very young.
Oh. And you survived that?
Yes, it's very deadly. Very, very.
I know. But you survived because you were supposed to be here, and you have great work to do. And I'm happy you survived because you're here and you're talking to me. So thank you, and thank God for keeping you. So, Trey, you have your own radio show. Tell me how that happened.
Well, I started with my radio show about, I guess, 3 years ago. And first I didn't want to do it because I'm a shy person, but I had a lot of fun with it. I found I started with it because my friends did it. They found a little website where you could do like podcasts or radio shows. And I got into that, and at first I didn't get many followers and viewers, and started playing music, interviewing celebrities I admire, and to this day I am at 1,500,000 viewers.
Okay. Is that on YouTube? You need to give us your information. How can we view you? How can we tune into your radio show?
Say that again. It's really hard to hear you.
Okay, can you tell us how we can tune into your radio show, Trey?
When I'm older, would that be a career choice?
Yeah.
Yes, it would be a career choice for me because I was always interested in that, I guess. It kind of came natural, I guess. I was always interested in acting, radio shows. I didn't come from an acting or family. I don't know anybody in my family that's in the media business, but I was always interested in that even since I was a little boy, 5 years old. I would always watch the comedy shows and listen to the radio shows in the morning and all that.
So what do you do on your show?
I play all types of music, from country to jazz to rock, and I do like comedy skits, and I talk to interesting people like you do on your show. And by the way, I've listened to your show. You're doing a great job. And
Thank you. I'm honored.
say that again.
I said I am honored. Thank you.
It's an honor for me. It's a pleasure to be on your show and talking about this, because this topic is very, touching. It's a sensitive subject.
But it's sensitive. But you're 16 and you're doing it. You're talking about being a survivor, and you're just an adolescent. That is what is so powerful about this.
Yes, I've come a long way. I really have come a long way.
But Trey, you're only 16. and that's so ironic that you would say that you come a long way, but you're 16 years old.
Yeah, and I have a long way to go. I'm only 16 and still got a long way.
Yes. But you're phenomenal. So how can we tune into your radio show?
You can listen to it I share it on Facebook and YouTube. I do it on a website called www.spreaker.com. That's SPRCAKER, Spreaker.com. And as I said, I share it on YouTube and Facebook.
And what's your Facebook name? How can we, if anyone wants to contact you, how can they do so?
Say that again?
How can someone contact you?
Oh, they can contact me at my email address, which is Trey, Trey, Olds, Olds, at iCloud.com. Or they could even contact me via telephone, which is my work cell. That is 1-504-444-9216.
Now, Trey, let's say there is some young person listening to you and say, oh, maybe his family got it like that. That's why he's able to have his own radio show. What would you say to that child?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry I'm asking, but it's just hard to hear you.
Okay.
Get static from you.
That's fine. So, if a young person, a 16-year-old, is listening to you and wants to follow your footstep, what would be your advice? You're
I'm
not-
sorry, I still can't hear you.
Okay. What would be your advice to another 16-year-old, to your peer?
What advice do I have with people that are going through meningitis or with radio show stuff?
With the radio show.
Oh, for advice with, go for it. Go for your dreams. I mean, if it's something you enjoy, radio show or acting, go for it. That's for anybody. Just depends. Acting, go for it. Or radio show, go for it. But you have to have patience. You can't just, go fast with it. You just have to have patience. You have to have the craft for it.
Why do you need patience?
Say that again?
Why do you need patience?
Well, you have to have patience because, I interview celebrities and, some could be kind of, serious all the time. You just have to be patient. You have to get the results naturally. You can't just rush things. You just have to let it flow, I guess. You just have to be patient.
Wow. Just let it flow naturally. Wow.
Say that again?
I said just let it flow naturally.
Yes, exactly. You have to let it flow naturally. Just let nature takes its course or whatever. Just let it flow.
You are phenomenal.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on your show. It's really a pleasure. I've listened and watched your show a couple times. I didn't know it was you I was talking to today. I just recently found out.
When you sent me that message and say, I didn't realize you were Talk Time with Sharmin. I'm like, really? I'm like, you know me? So that was a surprise for me, Trey, that you watched my show or you knew of me.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Trey, I don't want you to be a stranger. Okay? I said I don't want you to be a stranger.
Okay. And before we get off my interview, I would like to say, if anyone else has a family member who's going through meningitis, I mean, just if you're a religious person, just pray with God or just have family to support you. And you just have to wish and pray for the best that, you are doing well and let the doctors help you. And meningitis is very rough. I've been through it, and if anyone needs to talk to me about it, as I said, my email and phone number, you can contact me. And I may be 16 years old, but I do remember that it's very tough. But if we are all here for you, there's a Facebook group on Facebook, and there's meningitis survivors, and there's many people to talk to you about that. And yes.
And that group again is Meningitis Survivors on Facebook.
Say that again?
The group on Facebook, the support group, is it Meningitis Survivors?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is the name of the group?
I'm asking, is the name of the group Meningitis Survivors?
It is called Meningitis Survivors, and there's several other groups people can join, but I'm part of the Meningitis Survivors group.
And can you share your contact information once again, Trey?
Yes. Is there any other questions you have for me?
Can you share your contact information?
My contact information?
Yes, can you share that again?
Oh, my email, that's the best email you can contact me at is Trey, Trey, Olds, at iCloud.com, or you can personally talk to me on my work cell, which is 1-504-444-9216.
Thank you so much, Trey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you'll keep me smiling for the rest of the evening.
Say that again?
I said thank you, and you'll keep me smiling for the rest of the evening.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure and an honor to talk to you very much, and keep doing your best. I wish more success to you with your show, and just take care.
The same to you. Thank you so much, Trey.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye. That was gruesome.
Talk time with Sharmin. Talk time with Sharmin.
What we have is something special. You are my all in all. My love is unconditional. Good things come to those who wait. I know your love was worth the wait. My life is complete. Now I found you. Ooh, no need to search no more. I found what I'm looking for. You got the real thing, baby. In you I have no doubts. This is what it's all about. You got the real thing, baby. The way I feel, you're the reason. What we have will last through all seasons. Good things come to those who wait. I know love was worth the wait. My life is complete. Now I found you. Ooh, no need to search no more. I found what I'm looking for.
Talk time with Sharmin. Talk time with Sharmin.
Again, so those were our two interviews. I hope you were able to hear Trey. I just found him to be phenomenal, 16 years old, and he is already a motivational speaker. And Jeff, I guess because of the phone, but Jeff has so much to share. And I'll ensure that both of them return on the show again. But tonight our topic is, what is keeping you anchored? Do you feel stuck or stagnant? And despite you feel stuck or stagnant, you have a dream, but you don't know how to fulfill that dream because you're anchored. Are you unable to move because of that anchor? Has it caused you to lose your pen, your dream, your inspiration, your goals, and or your sword? So tonight, that's what we'll talk about. Are you feeling stuck or stagnant? And if so, you know, when I was thinking about this topic, you know that the ship has an anchor, and you know how the anchor looks, right? So, on that anchor, you may have stuff that is keeping you where you are. What is holding your anchor? What is holding you down? What weights are on your anchor? Or what weights are you carrying that has created the anchor, that have you stuck, or that it's making you feel stagnant, and you're in that place where you think that you cannot move, or you're feeling confined, you're feeling like nothing is happening around you or for you. But there is an anchor, and what is the anchor? What is let's personalize it. What is your anchor? What are you carrying that is keeping you in place? You know, as though you're marking time and you're unable to move forward. So call us 718-342-0510. Are you feeling stuck? And if so, why? And you know, a lot of times people may say, I don't know, but I just feel that there is more to me, but I'm not doing it. The question is, why are you not doing it? You may be in a job that you think it's a dead-end job, and you might feel stuck in that job, but maybe I should define what is stuck. Because you may think that you're stuck and you're not stuck. So, being stuck, or if I would define stuck is being in a place where you're there for too long and you want to move, but you can't move. If you're trying things, you're not stuck. But if you're not trying anything and you can't move left or right, forward or backward, or you're stuck. You have all these great ideas, but you're doing nothing to execute it. You have your dreams, but you're not doing nothing to fulfill those dreams. You have goals, but you're doing nothing to accomplish those goals. You're stuck. You're stagnant. And anything that is stagnant has a stench. So let's talk about that. Call me 718-342-0510. Again, 718-342-0510. If you're feeling stuck, why? Why are you feeling stuck? What can you do? What are some of the things that are weighty and that has formed your anchor? 718-342-0510. Now, let me say this, Brother Earl always, is in sympathy with us when myself and Pastor Peter are talking to ourselves. I have DJ Stone in the studio with me, and he is not going to be speaking to me. So all Stone will be doing is playing music. So call us. Stone is laughing. Why do you feel stuck? And what goals do you have that you think you should have accomplished, or you desire to accomplish, but somehow or the other you're not getting there? What are your dreams? What are the dreams that you want to fulfill, but you're not getting to the place where you're motivated enough to get those dreams, to let those dreams become a reality? 718-342-0510. Don't feel stuck. If you're stuck and you could identify that that's how you're feeling, that's a good start. That's a good place for you to start, because you know there is more to you. You know that you can do more than you're doing. But sometimes some of us don't know how. And I'm sure what I'm about to say, you heard me say it before, that you cannot expand bigger than your circle. So look around, check your circle, reassess your circle. If your circle is limited, it might be time to get out of that circle, because you cannot expand bigger than your circle. Think about that for a moment. So if you want to expand and you look at your circle and the expansion that you want to make is larger than the circle you're in, you have to get out of your circle. And in order to expand, and that's real. Your circle may be a part of your anchor. Maybe some of the weights that has caused you to create that anchor. Caller, you're live. Welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. Hey, Ricky. How are you? You're fine? You enjoying the show?
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky. You had a good day?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you do? Okay, Ricky. Well, Ricky, thank you for always being such a faithful, not just Talk Time with Sharmin listener, but a Vibes Up listener. Continue listening and keep it locked. Okay, Ricky? Okay, bye-bye, Ricky. Call us back. We had another caller. 718-342. Ricky, thank you for calling. You can laugh. Ricky, thank you, Ricky. Thank you for calling. Yes. Yes, guys. If you're feeling stuck, you can expand bigger than the circle you're in. You know, you don't have to leave your friends behind. the friends in your circle, but you just got to break the circle and find people that can take you where you want or guide you to where you want to go. You know, I was listening to something on NPR today, and it was amazing what the study found. You know, according to your zip code, they know, you know, your mortality rate. So if you want to get unstuck or achieve those goals that you have, and got to get out of your circle, and you have to identify some of the things that can be responsible for you being stuck. Calling your life. Welcome to Talk Time with Sharmin. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're live.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I can hardly hear you. You can hear me, right?
Hey, good evening.
I can't hear you at all. Your connection is...
I know we've been having phone troubles all night, but our guests were able to hear us, so are you hearing me now?
Not really, but I'll go ahead and say what I have to say, because I know that I know the callers will hear it, listeners are hearing. My name is Marcel. I was on before, and your topic is just on point.
Okay, Marcel.
I have felt stuck. I have a non-profit myself. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead. You ain't hearing
Okay,
me.
sorry, okay. I have a non-profit myself, and I started it because I was very depressed. My husband died. He was murdered, and I felt I needed to do something to get myself out of depression. So I started a non-profit. It's to help sick children back home. I went home and I realized the young people were dying because they didn't have enough money to see a doctor, to go visit the doctor. They had to have cash to go see doctors. So I figured that if I started a non-profit and I can help people who did not have enough money to go see the doctor. So that's what I did. But I started it. I got my 501c3 and I did everything, but I couldn't move forward because I started to doubt myself. I started to doubt that I was capable of this. And I think it was mostly because I grew up hearing that you can't, and you shouldn't, and you need to sit in the corner, and you were put in the corner to sit, and you weren't allowed to say stuff, and to do anything. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing a lot of things here. Go ahead.
And so I would feel stuck, but what I did is I realized that I needed, as you said, to be around people who were doing things. So I started to go to women's conferences, and I started to attend Christian motivational speakers, and joined the network, and I joined the Chamber of Commerce in my city, and slowly I began to feel better and stop doubting myself. But every now and then, I do get into a place where I stop. I become stagnated, and I make excuses for why I can't do it or why this can't happen. But it's a process where you have to keep talking to yourself. You have to keep, as you said, mixing with people who are doing things, who have goals and are going in the same direction that you're going into. So it does help. It does help a little bit to a lot to be among other people and to go around, successful people. It said that if you want to go somewhere, then you have to be around people who are ahead of you, ahead of the game, and are doing better than you are. So I try to hang out with folks that are smarter and have done what I've done already, because it's only if you've been there that you can lead me there. You can't lead me there if you never went there before. So that's my,
Preach.
you know.
Okay, Marcel, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Marcel, I heard a lot of things with what you presented. The first thing I heard is that there is an anchor. And your anchor, you said you were depressed because your husband was murdered, right?
You said the first thing you heard was, and that's all I heard.
You were depressed because your husband was murdered.
Yes.
Did you speak to someone? Did you get some bereavement counseling?
Okay, I was depressed because, yeah, and what you said after that?
Did you get some help to deal with that loss?
Yeah, I did. First of all, I realized I was depressed, so I went to my doctor. And I did get on medication, because I don't think you should just not do anything about it. I did get on medication, and then I joined a prayer group, a prayer circle, that every morning we meet and we have it's a prayer line, and every morning we meet and we pray. And I can talk freely about how I feel, and I found that, getting a better relationship with God has helped me more. Because I really feel that, I feel spiritually drawn to do things, first of all, going to God for anything that I need to do. So, every morning for the last 5 years, I have been on that prayer line, and we pray, we talk. I've gotten help in that, a lot of help that way. I am no longer on the medication because I felt that I was able to put the medication away, and slowly got back into society where I got busy and doing things. And I kind of, when I didn't focus on myself, when I didn't blame myself for things that were happening, and I didn't focus on myself, but I tried to help others, that was a good therapy. When I, stopped looking at myself and thinking more unto me and stop having a pity party, and I went out and started to help people. That was awesome. That really did help me.
Okay. Also, I wanted to just say something about that. But before I say something about that, I'm going to say this to you and to our listeners. Never, ever accept psychotropic medications without psychotherapy. I'm going to repeat that. Never accept psychotropic medication without psychotherapy. The two goes hand in glove. They have to go together. If you take medication, it's like walking with one side of your shoes when you're supposed to be wearing a pair. So that's one thing. Marcel, you highlighted quite a few things. A lot of times, instead of us dealing with the things that is creating the anchor for us, we go out and we help others so that we can feel good and feel better. It's a quick fix. It works for some time.
I am not hearing you at all. There's so much static.
Okay, even some listeners online on the live feed is saying it sounds jumbled. I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry, Marcel.
I am hearing you better I would hear you better if I come off the phone and maybe I can type as quickly as I could and answer you.
Okay.
Because you're better on Facebook than you're on the phone.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm sorry about that. My apologies.
Okay.
But it's good talking
okay.
with you.
That's okay. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
What's happening Turn that off. I don't know what's up with the static. We're gonna end the show at 8 o'clock. Someone on the live feed says it sounds jumbled, so instead of going through to 9 o'clock, we'll end the show at 8 in a couple of minutes. But I just wanted to say to Marcel that a lot of times when we are dealing with something, we find an outlet so that we can help others in order to suppress whatever it is that we're feeling. And it works for a moment. It's like a quick fix. And after the quick fix, our stuff is still there. So we want to ensure, and a lot of us do that. A lot of us will actually get a quick fix, get something to do. Like, if I was sexually abused, I'm going to help people that are sexually abused, thinking that it would be something that is going to help me. And most times it's just for the moment, because some things just need to be dealt with. And we were talking about that yesterday and today again. Different people were saying that to me. So you have to ensure that you get some help. Also, Marcel dropped so many gems. And she said something that I usually say all the time, that I can't lead you where I've never walked, because I wouldn't be able to forewarn you about the things that lies ahead of us. So, and she said it. So in order for you to be unstuck, one of the things that you have to do is change your circle. I am going to touch a sacred cow here, especially in our community. The average person, when they're coming to the U.S., and they come to the U.S. and you're talking to them, and you say to them, so what are you going to do? And they're going to say, oh, my auntie or my cousin told me it's going to take me to the home attendant, whatever. And because I hear it so often, I am thinking that sometimes when people are migrating to the U.S., they think that that's the only option. I had someone told me that everybody comes here, does that. And I said, I'm the only person that is going to come here, and I wouldn't do that. I'm not knocking it because it's a job. But if you have potentials, let that be a starting point. And there is so much more that you can do. But a lot of people get stuck doing that. And they have so much potential. And those gifts and talents and abilities that they have go to waste because they're just thinking about the moment. They get stuck. And so when you come to the U.S., you cannot expand bigger than your circle. If everyone around you are home attendants, that's the direction they're going to guide you to. Also, there may be people that, because they feel stuck in their minds, they think that they can do nothing else. And those people may need some coaching to be unstuck, or some counseling. But some people, their anchors are filled with, or were created with childhood stuff. And it has them stuck. And because those things have not been dealt with, it has created this anchor, and you are stuck in one place. And you have goals, and you have dreams, and you have aspirations. But you're saying, yeah, it's easier said than done, but it's not easier said than done. It could be done. You have to identify what it is that have you stuck, and also, why are you comfortable being stuck? Why are you comfortable remaining stuck? So you're going to be my last caller, 718-342-0510. I hope that, I'm sorry that I'm cutting the show short, but it don't make sense that we're here and you may want to call in, and when you call in you can't hear me or so. I want to thank those of you that are on the live feed. Marcel said, people will discourage you if they're not doing anything in their life. That's so true. Hi, Abby. How are you? Marcel, you have raised a good point. Because some people cannot see you getting past them or going where they have not ventured. And some people are afraid of success. That's so true. But then the thing is, why some people are afraid of success because all they were told that they will not amount to anything, and they don't have that fortitude within them to fight against what was told to them. They believed it, and they just live out. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecies. And how many of us are living out self-fulfilling prophecies? They're worried if they succeed and then fail after, it's a bad thing, so they just pause. I believe in failing and failing forward. I think failing is a part of success. Also, it's how we define things. Failure is not a bad thing. Failure is a good thing, because if you never tried, you couldn't fail, right? There is this saying that we say in Guyana, if you fail to try, you try to fail. I think that's what it says. So, and some people say failing is not an option. Failure happens, and we have to fail forward. John Maxwell have this great book on failing forward, and if you fail forward, failure will not become a deterrent or a hurdle in your path. It will become a stepping stone. But a lot of us still carry the weight, I guess, of what we were taught, that when we fail, if you take home a failing grade, you're whipped. You know, your mom get the belt or the switch or whatever they call it, and you get licks for failing, when failing is a stepping stone Oh, Marcel, thank you so much. Yes, failure is a stepping stone, and if we all believe that we can fail forward and use our failures as stepping stone, we will become unstuck. You don't have to remain stuck. You don't have to remain stagnant. And stagnant means that you're doing nothing. Marcel, that has to be an entire show on how the things our parents told us and how it has, I don't know if it's entrenched, how we were brainwashed by some of the sayings. And it takes time and it takes effort and constant practice even after to maintain whatever it is, to reprogram our brain and to change the way we think, and to change the way we think about ourselves, and to change the way we think about people, and to forget the things that our parents told us. That's why some people don't try anything new, because of how they were socialized and what was told to them during those socialization processes, both primary and secondary, because some school teachers did a lot of damage to children. And, you know, that make some adults don't like school, wouldn't try going back to school because they were told that they didn't have heads for books. You know, I have someone close to me said, I don't have head for books. You know, and I heard that when we were young, and I remember someone saying to me, well, if you can't use your brain, use your hand. If you can't make it at school, learn a skill. Learn a skill. Pamela, you missed the 2 interviews by a young 16-year-old. His name is Trey Oles. And you also missed Jeff Raffley, and you missed the early part of our discussion. Are you feeling stuck or stagnant? And what is your anchor? Is your anchor your stuff that you haven't dealt with? Is your anchor fear? Is your anchor guilt? Is your anchor what mom told you, so you don't have any confidence in yourself? What is your anchor? We're gonna end the show early tonight because there's some stuff. Are you guys hearing me well on Facebook? Just type yes if you're hearing me well. Tell me if you're hearing me well, and maybe I wouldn't. Miss Jennifer wants me to continue next week. Are you gonna call in? Okay. So you're hearing me well. So, Stone, we're gonna stay.
Okay.
You are clear on Facebook. It's only the phone. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll try. take us on a musical break, Faye.
Yeah. righteous music, me putting it on the beat. Nothing no righteous but how life set. If you don't know hard life, then you don't know life yet. Because my papa just call me Papa Timothy must grow. You never know, send me up an interview, but me still have to put on the show because they don't know. I said they don't know, yeah. They don't know. They see me smile, but they don't know what I feel inside. Only you know, Granny. Only you know, yeah, yeah. They see you smile, but they don't know what they feel inside. Yes, I. So long me make me ball, long me make me cry, cause they don't know what I feel inside. Long me make me ball, know what I feel. Yes, I, yes, I, yes, I. Oh, and I say long me make me ball, long me make me cry. Only I know, yes, John, yes. Only I know.
Woman never to tell you that you want in a million. One in a million, yeah. I never ever give you up for another. I never ever give you up for another.
Till I am Connie. And I said, girl, tell me what's your name? And she tell me that her name is Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile. Smile for me in Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile. Ooh, Lord, smile for me in Jamaica. And never you cry, you're mine. And girl, I'm here for you in Jamaica.
Trey, indeed, it was also a pleasure talking to you, and I know this would not be the only time that you would be on Talk Time with Sharmin. My friend Elmi said something that is profound, and I think I mentioned it or I commented on that earlier, that failure has two sides, a positive and a negative. Someone may be called a failure and would strive to achieve the goals and actually debunk whatever the person who said that to them, but other people will succumb to it, and it depends on your will. If you're a strong person, I mean, I was supposed to become everything except good, according to some people. But labels and whatever shouldn't define you. But how many people are able to fight that and shake that off and know that there is more to them than whatever the person said, and even what they feel about themselves. And one thing that I can say here, success begins with you. How you view yourself is how you're going to take on the world. If you view yourself as a defeated being, or you limit yourself, and sometimes our anchors, the anchors that we create, limits us. And the anchors could be anything that you are holding on to. Your fears, the affects of your trauma, your pain, your secrets, because you don't want anyone to know anything. Those things can create the anchor that is keeping you grounded where you are. For you to feel unstuck, you would have to relieve yourself of the anchor. And do you have, sometimes you can't do it by yourself. You may need help. Some people may turn to God. Some people may, you guys know that I am a promoter of getting counseling and talking to someone who could guide your thoughts in the right direction. Because I tried the other stuff. It didn't work for me. And counseling is not, it's not instant. It's not anything, I don't care how intense it is. It's not anything that you can walk away after a year or 2 years or 3 years. Sometimes it takes longer than that because of the number of layers that you have. And some of us may need intense counseling because we had a lot of trauma. Some of us may just need a couple of years. I don't know. But it depends on your experience and how you dealt with those experiences and how it affected you. But your anchor, identifying what your anchor is. What is your anchor? What it is that have you grounded where you are right now in your life. And when you look around at your peers might be doing better than you, and that bothers you. When you look around at your circle, all of you might be stuck, or there might be a few of you that are not stuck in the circle, that is a little step ahead, but will not help the others that are stuck. Or some of them don't even know that members in their circle are stuck. So you have to ensure, because sometimes we're in a circle, and let me tell you, no one, the others in the circle, everybody fighting for themselves. And no one can say to you, Stone, you know something? You have so much more ability. And I think you should really go after it.
No.
Right?
It takes strangers to say that.
You see that? Stone said it takes strangers to say that. And the people in his immediate circle wouldn't say that to him.
Not a few though.
Because they're comfortable with him being stuck.
I'm not.
I'm just saying, using that as a reference. They're comfortable with you being where you are, and if you don't want to go further, that's fine. They will still be there. If you go further, you might lose. They might lose you, so they won't even push you because of their own insecurities.
Yeah, that's what's going on today, though.
Yeah,
a lot of people scared to push on one another because if somebody move further and forget about them, they're gonna be sad. Like, oh, I'm the one who did this for him. I'm the one who did that. Look at me now. I'm not even calling my phone. Some people look for a response for your life or your career when certain blessings come your way. Yes, they give you the opportunity, but it's you to make the opportunity work.
There you go. And they might just have given you the platform,
yeah,
but you put in the work to make that platform work for you.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And now that the platform and you are successful, they want rewards because they have given you a platform.
And then they're the same person that turned around and beef with you.
Because of
telling the next friend your business when they don't even know half of what you've been through.
There you go. You see? So, Brother Ernie C. Stone is speaking with me, right? Stone, I don't know if you know, Prodigal Son has a song. It would be nice if you could find it.
Prodigal Son?
Prodigal Son. And the song says, my circle small. It's a powerful, powerful song. Because why I like it, because I keep my circle very small. And this is because of experiences. Because you may invite people into your circle who is not ready for your circle. And then when you expose yourself to them, they don't know how to deal with you. And if somebody gives you a platform, let your blessing come from God. Do not expect them to reward you for what you have done for them. Right? Let's try the phone, 718-342-0510. And if there is too much, if there's competition in your circle, I don't like to compete with my friends. I really don't. My friend is my friend. My friend cannot be my competitor. And your friend should not be your competitor. Now, if you and your friend are competing, y'all need to walk away from each other. You guys can motivate each other, but you shouldn't compete. So back to the question. I don't know how I get it. Somebody needed that. What is your anchor? What is keeping you where you are? What are you fearful of? Are you fearful of succeeding? I don't know about healthy competition, because I think competition can be healthy. Competition is competition. Because if we're competing and I need to jostle you and make you fall and bruise your knee so that I can win, that's what I'm going to do. That's it. So be careful with this healthy. Me and my friends should not be competing. We're friends. There is a difference between competition and motivation. I can motivate Stone as my friend, but I shouldn't be competing with Stone if he is my friend. That's just Sharmin's philosophy. You and your friends can have competition, but that's fine. I don't want to compete with my friends. We can motivate each other.
Yeah, I can't compete with my friend.
No, you can't compete with your friend.
I look out for one another.
You have to protect you have to protect your friend, but we can't compete. If I have a shirt and my friend is cold, and it's just my one shirt, I should be able to cut that coat in half and give my friend half. But if we were in competition, I am glad that my friend doesn't have a shirt and I can't cut it in half. And I know I compete. I compete in sports. I boxed. I know if I'm competing with you, I'm gonna hit you so that you hit the canvas. I played hockey. I know if I want to get the ball from you, I'll hit your shin bone. That's competition. If we're running and I can jostle you, I'm going to jostle you. You don't want that with your friends. It's not healthy. So play Prodigal Son for us.
Radical, yeah. General, I'm a general, yeah. Circus small, keep the same old links. We don't want no new friends at all. Circus small, so me think from me small, and me see him click, me call. Circus small, me see him on that day. See him on that day. you want to know. Money a fist that like stack on to you. Outside of me links, me not trust a soul. Wanna see you in a cafe lie down with body cool. Not trust some of them in another lives. Them will kill you and go look your eyes. The circus small, keep the same all links. Me no want no new friends at all. The circus small, so me think from the small. Me see them click, click, me call. The circus small, me see them all down there. See them wet chat there. What we doing and you see them all yard way.
Yes. Welcome back. Some people love big circles. I like tiny circles. So that I really like that song. This song is sung by Prodigal Son. You ever heard it before, Stone?
First time hearing it.
It's the first time?
Actually,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's Prodigal Son. It's a real nice song. Because sometimes we need a small circle. You need a small circle of committed and loyal friends. I don't know. I always look at my sisters, and my sisters always have 40, 50 friends. And I might have 2 if so much. And I always wonder, what it is that they have all these friends, but I'm comfortable with just having a small circle. Because, before I would worry about if you say something to somebody, they repeat it. I don't care about those things. I don't care if I say something and it's repeated. I don't think it's, once I tell you, it's no longer a secret. So, but that's just my own theory. But what's your anchor? I was supposed to be out of here 29 minutes ago. Sharmin, talk time with Sharmin. Sharmin likes to talk. What's your anchor? I'm gonna share something with you guys. A part of my anchor was labels. Until I realize or accept that I am not my choices, and not because I made bad choices, I am going to accept the labels that were placed on me. And after that, I got unstuck. That's why I kept insisting that you have to identify what has created your anchor, what your anchor is made of. And once you identify that, you'll be good. Because after I'm like, I don't care what you think, and I don't care what label you place on me. I'm gonna do what I have to do. So what is your label? Is your label fear? Is your label the things that have been said to you that you believed it, and you believe it so much that you can't get past it? Is a part of your anchor procrastination? Why do you procrastinate? You have all these things on your list that you want to do, but you can't get to it. Is your anchor, I don't know. What is your anchor? Let me see. I saw. Well, Sharon, all of us have different choices. All of us have different lives. this is just me. I said that I don't compete with my friends because my circle is small. I can't afford to compete with my friends, and I would not compete with my friends because I don't see competition as healthy. I just don't. You know, people may see it differently, and that's totally fine. But for me, I can't compete with my friends. I'll motivate my friend. I'll tell my friend, let's go do this, and we'll do it together. But I am not, and even though we are doing it together, we're not competing with each other. And if I have a friend who I think is competing with me, I'll drop that friend. Because I don't want to compete with my friend. That's just me. Okay, self-doubt is your anchor. That's a big one. You know why? Because everything you do, you're going to doubt yourself. So the anchor is not self-doubt. The anchor is the root of the self-doubt. You get that? Self-doubt might not be the anchor because where did the self-doubt come from? So if you're doubting yourself, where were you taught to doubt yourself? When did you start doubting yourself? Who introduced you to self-doubt? And how did you embrace it? So the root of the self-doubt could be the anchor. You think? Yeah. Self-doubt might not be the anchor. Self-doubt might be the paint that you put on the anchor, but the root of the self-doubt is the anchor that has you in position. You know, so think about it. Think about what the root is and where did that root come from. Because a lot of times, you know, we put up these nice curtains at the window. So when people look in, all they're seeing, oh my God, those are beautiful curtains. And then when you come in the house, they're seeing beauty from the outside. But the purpose for you putting up the curtains is to keep the house dark because of so much stuff that is going on in the house. So we dress up, a lot of times we dress up the windows so that people wouldn't come in. And so the self-doubt, the self-doubt is the beautiful paint on the anchor and or those little fancy designs that some anchors have, so that they look pretty. And you can, and what it does, it's a disguise and also prevents you from looking at the real purpose of the thing. Because if you look, when you look at the anchor and it looks so pretty, you will forget that the anchor is the thing that is keeping the ship in place and is keeping you where you are. So self-doubt can just be those fancy curtains at the windows, preventing people from looking in. Yep, yes, Pamela said underneath it is ugly. Yep, sometimes we dress up the outside. You know, it looks so good, but inside you're crumbling, you're crying, you're broken, and you're having difficulty holding it together, but you can't let anyone know that. So that's what the self-doubt might be. But what is your anchor tonight? What is keeping you stagnant? What is keeping you in place? What is causing you to mark time Identify what it is, and after you identify what it is, you'll be able to overcome it. Start working on it. And since you know that self-doubt is a part of your anchor, find the roots of that self-doubt. Why you doubt yourself? Where did it start? How did it start? Who did it start with? Why you believed it? And as you answer those questions, you'll begin to peel away at the roots and really get unstuck and be all you can be. See those dreams become realities. See your goals accomplished, and ultimately your purpose being fulfilled. But it begins with you identifying what Pamela, it took you 50 years. I was talking to someone last weekend, and it took them a decade more than you. And we may have, there are people, Pamela, that would say to you, look, you lived for 50 years and you survived. Why worry now? What would you say to them? Because if I can live 50 years with all my stuff, I might as well take it another 30. But let me tell you something. Even if you take it another 30, at 80 you'll be sitting and still thinking about it and still asking yourself why. And at that time, you might be alone, you might be sitting in a chair, and you don't have anyone that you can share that with. So if you can do it now, do it. I'm so proud of you, Pamela, and I'll be taking you with me because we got some work to do. Yeah. So, thank you for tuning in tonight to Talk Time with Sharmin. Pamela, what you're saying, it haunts you. And if you can help someone, let me tell you something. I know it's haunting someone. I think, well, how old is she? I think she's like 78, 79. Samantha, you see that statement? It's so important to deal with it because yeah, deal with it. There was someone that in their late 70s that is dealing with some stuff now, and she said she wished she knew how to deal with it back then, because a lot of mistakes that she made, she would not have made it. And as I always say on this show, I don't care how late it is, but your stuff shows up, because it is supposed to be sifted, right? And if you don't sift it, it's going to show up and deal with you. So if you don't deal with your stuff deal with you. Marcel Salah. So that is why so many elderly people are angry and live a miserable life because they do not reach their full potential. And why? Because some of them, they never dealt with their anchors. Some of them were able to pull their anchors through life. And because of the burden of pulling those anchors, they're tired, they're bitter, they're angry. You walk in the nursing home, they're cursing. They curse at everybody. Right? All because yeah, Samantha, I hear you. And that is so true. But even after all of that, and you get older, and you're in your quiet moments, everything surfaces. That's why some of them lose their minds. So at least we're in the age of information, and we're at that stage where, you know, we're not afraid or ashamed to share our experiences with others, so others can learn from it and get the help that they need, and stop masking their stuff and pretending and pretending that all was handy dandy and all was not handy dandy, you know. So guys, I have a whole list of stuff, like ideas. Oh, I have a reality check. I know a lot of us have health insurance, right? But do we know if we have an emergency right now and you need batteries of tests, would your insurance approve those tests? Or do you have to wait for those tests to be done after some after the whatever the requirements the insurance makes? So you get sick today, you go to the hospital, you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, look, right now I need to take you for a CAT scan. But your insurance says, no, you can't get that CAT scan. I'm gonna allow you to go get some physical therapy. Do you know those stipulations for your insurance? And if so, what are you doing about it? That's my reality corner for this evening. Also, yesterday I actually went to a Jamaican spa on Flatbush and Snyder, and I promised them that I'll show them out today on the show. It's the best facial I've had. The woman spent 2 hours on my face. You heard me, 2 hours, right? So, and I am into promoting and supporting our very own. She's a part of our community, our diaspora, so she's Jamaican. So we need to support her. I'm gonna try to get her on the show so that we can do a wellness show and encourage women to take care of themselves, and how important it is to do a facial, go and get a massage, and practice some mindfulness and take care of yourself. So shout out to Serenity Garden Massage and Spa on Flatbush Avenue. Also on Saturday, I look forward to this every year. Saturday, I look forward to Sharon, I'm not even responding. I look forward to going to one of my alumni, South Georgetown government school. I mean, the school is no longer in existence, but they have adopted St. Stephen. And every year they have one of the best breakfast morning, and it's at St. Gabriel's pre-Mother's Day, every Saturday before Mother's Day. It's really good. The food is really good. So, you know, I look forward to doing that on Saturday, volunteer my time. And then Sunday, I spend that with my mom. Shout out to all you moms. Happy Mother's Day, you know. If you want to actually get a spa certificate for mom, get a spa certificate from Serenity Garden Massage and Spa. I think they have a Pamper Me, or I pamper, some pamper package, like for $125, and you get a facial and a massage. I don't know if any of you are like me, despite if it's a deep tissue, a hot stone, a Swedish, whatever massage, I go to sleep. And I think that's the only time I snore. So, and of course, mark your calendars on September 16th. It's our Women's Empowerment Conference, my annual conference. This is my 4th year. I can't believe it. My 4th year, every year I want to give up, but my 4th year, and it's always at the Hilton Hotel at JFK. If you, I have Kathy Tuckero that I interviewed on the show a couple of weeks ago, and that I went to Grenada with. She's coming. She'll be one of the speakers. The young woman that wrote the book Helpless Cries in Grenada is going to be here to share her story. My good friend from St. Croix is going to be here to talk about intimate partner violence. I don't know if I'll get on the mic, but we may do a panel discussion. So I hope you get your tickets. Tickets are actually available on Eventbrite. The tickets are $100, and it includes breakfast and lunch, so you don't have to leave. If you need transportation getting there, let us know. We may get a van, we may do some carpooling. So September 16th, the Women's Empowerment Conference, flyers coming out this week. And yeah, check out Serenity Garden Massage and Spa. Get a gift certificate for mom. And I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. And for children, let every day be Mother's Day for you. And for mothers, be a mother every day to your children. This is Sharmin, and thank you for tuning in to Talk Time with Sharmin. I want to thank that brave young man, Trey Olds, for calling in, sharing his story, and also for Jeff Raffley. Thank you, Jeff, for calling in and sharing your story. And the conference again is at the Hilton JFK Hotel on September 16th. I already put up the tickets on Eventbrite, but you don't have to buy the tickets there. You can, let me know you're going to be there, or you could buy the tickets if you want at Eventbrite. So on that note, I want to thank Boss Lady for starting the show for us, and thank you, Young Stone, for always being there when I need you. You're always there, so thank you, and Good evening. See you next week. If you have an idea for a topic, send it to us. But I think next week we want to talk about wellness and talk about us taking care of ourselves, because we give, and take care of everyone else except ourselves. So, next week we're going to talk about what you do for self-care. I have my mom colors. My mom loves coloring book and play crossword. I guess that's why her mind is still sharp at 83. So what do you do? Think about it, and you should have something that you do to relax. So on that note, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Marcel, for calling in. Thank you, Ricky. And for all of you that are on the live feed, thank you. Follow me on Talk Time with Sharmin on Facebook. And you could always contact me and ask me any questions or anything. So thank you again and good night.